What if, on the morning of your wedding, a stranger suddenly whispered, "Hide in the trunk, now," and your entire life changed forever because you listened? This is not just a love story. This is a story of fear, courage, and a truth so powerful it shattered everything she believed. Before we begin, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this remind us that real kindness still exists in the most unexpected places. Now, listen carefully, because this story will stay with you till the very end. The sun had barely risen when Amelia stepped out of the bridal suite, her white gown wrapped carefully under a protective cover, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and nerves. Today was supposed to be perfect. The flowers, the guests, the man she believed she loved. Her fiancé came from a powerful family, respected, wealthy, admired by everyone. The driver arranged by the wedding planners arrived right on time, an old black sedan that looked strangely out of place among the luxury cars. Behind the wheel sat Daniel, a quiet man in his mid-30s with tired eyes and a gentle face, a child's car seat visible in the back. As Amelia settled into the passenger seat, Daniel greeted her politely, but something about him felt tense, alert, as if he were listening to something no one else could hear. The car rolled forward, silence filling the space until Amelia noticed his hands gripping the steering wheel tightly. Suddenly, he slowed down, glanced at the rearview mirror, and his voice dropped to a whisper. "Miss, I need you to trust me. Please." Amelia laughed nervously, assuming he was joking, but then she saw fear flash across his face. "Your wedding, it's not what you think," he said. Her smile faded. "What are you talking about?" she asked, irritation creeping in. Daniel hesitated, then spoke words that made her blood run cold. "They're coming. If you stay visible, you'll be forced into something you can't escape. Hide in the trunk, just for a few minutes. I'll explain everything, I swear." Panic surged through her. Every instinct screamed that this was insane. Yet something deeper, a quiet warning in her chest, told her this man wasn't lying. Sirens echoed faintly in the distance, not police sirens, but something more private, more dangerous. Amelia's hands trembled as she realized this driver had nothing to gain from lying. He was risking everything. Swallowing her fear, she nodded. Daniel pulled into a deserted side street, stepped out, and opened the trunk. Before closing it, he looked her in the eyes and said, "I'm a single father. I lost my wife because she trusted the wrong people. I won't let that happen to you." The trunk closed. Darkness surrounded Amelia as the car started moving again. Her wedding morning had turned into a nightmare, and she had no idea that what she was about to see would shatter her heart forever. Inside the trunk, time felt distorted. Every bump in the road echoed like a heartbeat pounding in Amelia's ears. Through a small gap, she heard voices, angry, commanding, demanding to know where the bride was. The car stopped. Daniel's voice stayed calm, controlled, as if he'd practiced this moment 1,000 times. "I was told to take her straight to the venue," he said. Another voice laughed coldly. Plans changed. Amelia's breath caught. These weren't wedding coordinators. These were men used to obedience, used to control. The car moved again, faster now, until it finally stopped. Daniel opened the trunk carefully. "You need to see this," he whispered. Amelia climbed out, her dress wrinkled, her heart racing, and followed him into an abandoned warehouse near the edge of the city. Inside, hidden behind stacked crates, she saw her fiancé. He wasn't worried. He wasn't searching for her. He was smiling, signing documents, shaking hands with men whose eyes held no warmth. Daniel handed her a phone, already recording. She watched as her fiancé spoke about her not as a partner, but as a transaction. A marriage designed to secure power, silence, and control. She heard him joke about how love makes people obedient, and how once married, she would belong to the family. Tears streamed down her face as the illusion of her perfect life collapsed. Daniel spoke softly beside her. "My wife was promised safety too. She tried to leave when she learned the truth. She never got the chance." His voice broke, but his eyes stayed strong. "I work as a driver to stay close enough to warn others." Amelia realized this man wasn't just saving her, he was honoring someone he lost. In that moment, she felt both shattered and strangely free. The wedding, the guests, the future she imagined, it was all gone. But in its place was truth. And truth, no matter how painful, was better than a beautiful lie. Amelia never walked down the aisle that day. Instead, she walked into a police station with evidence that brought down a powerful network built on manipulation and fear. Daniel stood beside her, silent but steady, like he had been all along. The scandal shook the city. Headlines called her brave, called Daniel a hero, but neither of them felt heroic. They felt human, hurt, exhausted, and finally honest. Weeks later, Amelia visited Daniel's small apartment, where his young daughter shyly offered her a crayon drawing of a car with a smiling driver. In that simple moment, Amelia felt something she hadn't felt in years: peace. She began rebuilding her life, not as someone's possession, but as her own person. Daniel never asked for anything. He simply returned to work, still watching, still protecting where he could. But fate has a quiet way of rewarding true kindness. Months later, Amelia funded a safe program for people trapped in powerful, dangerous relationships, and she made Daniel its head of operations. Not because he saved her, but because he never stopped caring about strangers. Their bond wasn't built on romance at first, but on respect, trust, and shared scars. Love came later, slow, careful, real. And when Amelia finally married again, there was no fear, no secrecy, just honesty, laughter, and a little girl tossing flower petals down the aisle. If this story moved you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. True kindness doesn't always look loud or dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a tired single dad behind a steering wheel, brave enough to say, "Hide in the trunk, and trust me." This is True Kindness Tales, where one act of courage can change a life forever.